Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charity. So today we are picking my October TBR, and I have used G's TBRvatar again to play this round of October TBR, but this time around I did my own rolls because I printed out the board. I've actually rolled my board yesterday, but I have not picked up my books, especially for some of the selections, because I did not have some of the things that were required. For example, the first roll was cabbage pot, and I didn't have a cabbage pot, so here's a clip of me creating my cabbage pot. So, welcome to the TBR game. I'm going to use my daughter's Lego dolly to use as a placeholder because I don't have anything else, and you'll see in some of the clips how I really struggled to keep it upright. So for the first roll, I rolled a 3. That landed me on Momo, but I don't have a pet, so I decided to use the cabbage pot to pick a book for this prompt. So with that said, I'm gonna pick the first book that I'm gonna read, and I'm a little bit nervous because some of the books that I wrote names of these little papers, I didn't remember that I owned, and I don't think I'm in the mood for reading. So I don't know what happens. What do we do when you pick a book and you really don't want to read it? Do I just pick again? I don't know. But we'll see. But I guess if I actually really don't want to read a book, I should get rid of it, right? Anyway, do I look skew? Wait, I feel like I look a bit skew. I don't know. But okay, I'm gonna pick a book. The History of Man. Okay, I have not read this book. I really do want to read this book, but I want to read the first book, The History of Flight. So also, what happens if you choose a second book when you have not read the first book? I don't know. I don't think this is part of the series, but I wanted to read The History of Flight before I can read The History of Man. So I don't know if I should just take the History of Flight, but then I didn't choose it. It's fine. I'm gonna choose something else. I've got The Great Believers. My handwriting, yeah, I was tired of writing. Okay, so I've got The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay. This book has been on and off my TBRs for so long, not because I didn't want to read it. I really did want to read it. That's why I kept adding it to my TBRs, but it's a little bit thick. And today it's the 10th of October, and I'm only recording my TBR now, so obviously I've already lost a couple of days. This is like 418 pages, so it's a big book, but we're gonna read it. Okay, I'm about to do the second roll, and I rolled a 7. As you can see, I made the doll sit down because I'm not gonna be struggling with it for any longer. And I ended up landing on a blank space, so I used a number generator to generate a number between 1 and 78 to pick a card, and that was to generate a random word. The second prompt was for me to randomly generate a word and then pick a book with the word in it. And I'm just gonna grab my phone and see what comes up. I'm getting really, I feel like these are really difficult prompts. Let's just go to Google. Run, company, treat, enlarge, polite, reasonable, battle, build, dressing, virgin, composer, rib, corruption, fluctuation, friend, develop, notorious, constant, proud, since, community, mastermind, source, tournament. Guys, I think this is going to be difficult. Remark, extinct, right, pigeon, fair, bill, apology, ticket, fashionable, portion, rotten, poor, bit, premium, monarch, crouch, rock, slant, fit, advance, lover, articulate, franchise, confine, tall, impulse, object, digital, cancer, cruel, petty, behave, cheek, content, theater, technique, shaft. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find a word, so I'm gonna pick a book that I know I have to read this month. So here we go. The Tea Room by Gretchen Haley. I've already started this book. I started it yesterday. I am currently on page 30. Writing style is really nice and relatable. And they talk about food, which makes me so hungry. I don't even want to think about curries and rotis right now, but I'm gonna pick this. This is gonna be my second pick because the random word generator is not working out. Okay, so for the next roll, I rolled the number 11, and after moving 11 spaces, I ended up on a spot that said -5, so I needed to move 5 spaces back, and then I ended up on the elements tile. Okay, so for my third roll, I ended up on the, what do we call it? I forgot what it's called, but I landed on it and ended up with the fire sign, and the fire sign is thriller mystery. Technically this is a thriller mystery, and I'm actually already in between this book, so I think it would probably be a good idea to continue. So I think it actually would be a good idea to continue with Angels and Demons and finish it, so that would be the book for my third prompt. On to our fourth roll. So I'm gonna pick up the die again and roll number 11 again. It seems that I have I don't know if it's good luck or bad luck of getting large numbers, but unfortunately this one landed me on the death skull, and that means I need to start from scratch. So back to square one, and we are going to roll again. And then I got a number 10. Then number 10 ended me on a blank spot, so I needed to pull my phone up again for the random number generator and generate a new number, which landed me on number 72. So the card on number 72 is to read a book you got secondhand. So I landed on the skull and I had to restart the game, so I have to roll again. So official fourth prompt is to read a book that I got secondhand. This is a book that I got secondhand. Maybe I should pick another book for, okay, I think I'm gonna choose this as the book I got secondhand, and then I'm gonna choose another book for mystery thriller. I really wanted to reread, oh, look at that. Look at this matchy. But I really wanted to reread Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. The first time I read it was via audiobook, and I recently came to possession of this physical copy. So I'm gonna add this to my mystery thriller prompt and then swap it out with this one, and then this is gonna be for read a secondhand book. Okay, on to our next roll, and I ended up rolling on number 7. So I moved 7 spaces, which got me to a blank spot. Therefore, I needed to use my random number generator again to pick a card. I really need to print out these cards. I think it would be really cool to actually have them on hand. So the random number generator got me to number 18, and the 18th card was to read a book that has a pet on the cover. Read a book with an animal that is kept as a pet on the cover. I don't know if this is the case for this book, but I'm gonna pick up Ancestral. There is a dog on the cover. I need to read this book because I need to give a review for this book. I was a little bit excited about it when I requested it, but then when I saw people's reviews, now I don't want to read it. But I have to read it, so I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just do it. I hope that the writing style is good enough that I'm gonna fly through it at my slow pace of reading, but you know what I mean. Okay, trying to find my place on the board, and we're gonna roll again. So this time around I rolled an 8. So moving 8 spaces, I ended up on the cabbage pot. Okay, so I landed on the cabbage pot again, hence why I needed to do this today. Let's see what comes up. Let's see what comes up. It's a full length. Shit. Okay, let's see what comes out. Okay, this fell out, so Find You First. Oh, I don't want to read it. I think, okay, it's fine. I think I'm gonna add it. I think this is a thriller. It's a deadly race against time. So I've got Find You First by Linwood Barkley, I want to say. This is a thriller. It's a little bit thick. I was hoping for like really thin books this month. Oh gosh, it's 500 pages. Am I gonna finish this book? I have no idea. I really hope it's good. But it's fine. I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add it in here. I'm so nervous for my TBR, you guys. I am really nervous for this TBR. Okay, so these are the 6 books that I should be reading in the month of October. I have definitely started with that one. We'll see how it goes. I do, however, have other books that I do want to read in the month of October. First one is The Mad Woman's Ball by Victoria Moss. I started it. I'm on, well, does it count as me starting it when I'm only on page 4? But I've started it and I really want to finish it. So, and this is a short one. It's like 208 pages. So I definitely want to read and finish this book this month, as well as 2 others. I want to read 6 of Crows because I really want to read 6 of Crows. I want to read it, and I don't have any fantasy. Books, so this is going to be my fantasy read for the month. This is by Leigh Bardugo. I feel like everybody knows what this book is about, except for me, because I haven't read it, and I haven't read the synopsis. All I know is that I really want to read it. The next book I have is The Wanderers by Mputumi Ntabeni. This is an October buddy read with a bunch of wonderful ladies that I chat to on a daily in our reading group. So this is our October pick. So this is a book that I definitely have to and will be reading. So final TBR looks like this. This is my complete TBR, and yeah, looking forward to reading these books, some more than others obviously, but yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share this video. I have a link down below to a month free subscription to SCRIBD, so be sure to click that link to get yourself a month free, which also allows me to get a month free of my SCRIBD subscription. So do the things, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.